and welcome back to another episode of Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Jason C. Scott. Today, we're in the highly coveted neighborhood known as the Broadmoor of Colorado Springs. And as you can see behind me, this is one of those areas that people literally line up to get into. And we're going to be interviewing a third-generation realtor by the name of Benjamin Kennedy. He's going to talk a little bit about what is it that brings people to the Broadmoor, how he helps people build wealth, and what he sees for the future. You're definitely going to want to tune in for this. Let's get started. Benjamin, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate it.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where do you come from and what made you decide to get into real estate?
Well, I moved here when I was 3, so I like to call myself a native. But my grandparents on both sides, my dad, they've all been entrepreneurs, started multiple businesses, but the main focus throughout was always real estate.
Okay.
And buying and holding rental properties, using them for retirement, and so it just kind of was a natural fit to kind of squeeze in there and take over.
We noticed that about when we were driving into the actual Broadmoor, a lot of different styles, right? Like whether it be a French manor. I think my wife even said, she goes, that looks like a German village, right? So
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Another thing I really like about it, because you're right, it just comes down to architecture. So you don't have track homes in here, and every house looks different. There's not a single house in here that looks like another one in the Broadmoor. And then it's just the community. It's just a great community. For being where it is and how spread out it can be too, everybody really knows each other on a first name basis, which I like. And again, it's a great community. So.
Awesome. So Benjamin, a lot of people that do know about the Broadmoor think of high-end luxury. Now, obviously, we're sitting in a home right now that's been gutted out. It looks like it's in the middle of a remodel process.
It is.
But we were talking about the vision earlier of what you had in mind for this. Let's talk about that a little bit and why this particular home and the vision that you're going with.
Sure. So the thing that really drew me to this particular home is the fact that it's on Portales, and there's a lot of history with this street. And then we're just located one house away from the resort and the golf course. As somebody who likes to do remodels, I always look for the ugliest house on the street. And this by far was, and it just didn't fit in with the rest of the homes. And so it's really exciting and fun for me now to radically change the look of it and make sure that now this is a pillar on the street of Portales.
Basically, you're restoring something and bringing it back to that level of excellence of what is expected of the Broadmoor area.
Exactly.
I love stuff like this.
Yeah, the concrete formed bridge is really cool, and we're going to restore the original railings best we can.
Yeah.
But then when we get a lot of rain or a lot of snow, all the water comes off the Broadmoor golf course and starts running down this creek. So we don't get water constantly, but
when you do though, I mean, they've got tiered areas where it's like waterfall. I mean, you've got that sound, right?
Exactly, and you still get the atmosphere. And I mean, yeah, it's very cool.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. Thank you again so much for joining us here on Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Jason C. Scott. And again, Benjamin, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
If you're looking to move to the Colorado Springs area, if you're looking to build wealth and you're looking for basically that neighborhood that just feels like home, Benjamin is definitely the gentleman for you. Other than that, make it a great day, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.